All right, good evening to you. It is Tuesday, August the 6th. Had my stables taken out yesterday on Monday. It was a monumental major turning point for me. I didn't want to post anything too soon because I just really didn't have nothing to talk about, but I did want to let you guys know I did have the staples out, and I wanted to do another video on that. And my wife kind of gave me a hard time and said that I was probably putting everybody to sleep with them videos that were just pretty boring and lifeless. So maybe I can add a little bit more life to the video today, simply because I'm doing a whole lot better. Let me just bring you up to date. I had a L4, L5 disc replacement. It wasn't a microdiscectomy. It was actually a disc replacement with instrumentation. I had two rods and 4 screws. And the surgery was done July the 18th, 2013. Dr. George Stephanus did my surgery. He's a neurosurgeon here in Middle Georgia. Probably one of the best, I believe, by far, neurosurgeons. Just want to let you know where I'm at as far as my pain level. 2 weeks ago today, I have been off my pain meds. I haven't been on any pain meds at all whatsoever. The only discomfort I had was the staples when I would put my brace on. The brace was just very uncomfortable. It was almost like a lot of people say it was a turtle shell type brace. It was just very big and bulky and very expensive as well. I got the bill for that the other day, and Lord have mercy, it's just unbelievable how much that thing costs. But hey, it's all about, the healing, right, and lining everything up. But just want to let everybody know that since the last video, I had some complaints of some major leg pains. Nothing like a burning or tingling or anything as far as a nerve. It seemed more or less it was like a muscle pain starting at the top of my quads and just going throughout my knee and into my shin. And it seemed like it was really worse at night, and it would ease into the morning hours. And then once I took my multivitamin, I always take a multivitamin. I highly encourage that. Anybody that's coming off of back surgery, you really need all those vitamins and minerals and nutrients to replenish your body and help with the healing process. So I encourage just a multivitamin for you to take once you get back home. It really does do wonders. I really feel a major difference. So back to that, as soon as I would take my multivitamin, I noticed that the pain would go away, and I would start feeling better, and really I wouldn't even have any more pains till later on that evening, I guess, when the vitamin, would wear off. But during the night I would just toss and turn, and I haven't slept well at all. That's just a little FYI for you guys. Sleeping has not been good for me. If I had any complaint at all, it's because I can't sleep. And that might have a lot to do with laying in bed literally all day. Doctor basically said the restrictions were is lay down, just take the first 2 weeks as just a resting and healing period. Just take it easy, don't try to do anything, just let your family take care of you. Only sit up to eat, only sit up to get out of bed and go to the potty or the bathroom, and just don't even try to have a goal, more or less just get through the day, because you've got a major incision that's trying to heal. So I think the first 2 weeks was really what that was all about. But with that said, going back to the sleeping, after laying in the bed literally 9 hours a day and then trying to go to sleep that night, it was just almost impossible. So, but I guess during the day you can nap, get a couple hours here and there, but basically sleep is just not an option. You just don't sleep unless you just want to take you some kind of over-the-counter or prescription sleep aid. I'm not real big into prescriptions, and I'm not real big into anything like a sleep aid. I just don't like doing that. I just have a fear of harming my internal organs. So, but anyway, going back to the pain level, I haven't had any pain. Seems like the leg pain has completely gone away, which is a good thing. I feel that I did call the nurse, the doctor's office, and spoke to the nurse, and she said it was completely normal, that the nerves had been inflamed, and they were just it's almost like they were trying to find themselves all over again, and I had a few bugs to work out. So, but I can say now that almost a week I haven't had any leg pains at all. So I just want to thank God for that. Day to day is basically get up in the morning, get up with my children. They started school, so I'd get up with them and kind of see them off to school, walk around the house a little bit, make a pot of coffee, and sit down at the table and drink coffee, and then I'd get up and drink some more coffee, and then I'd walk around a little bit more, and just basically just try to alternate walking and sitting, and then probably after about an hour I'd go back and lay down, and I'd grab the iPad or the cell phone and just check the day's news and look on Craigslist, just anything to kind of keep me busy. And then after about 2 hours of laying down, I'd get up and probably use the bathroom and walk around a little bit more, and that's pretty much my schedule all day. And then when I try to walk, last week, the first week I was walking a mile a day, and from what I've been told, that's a major accomplishment. Then the doctor basically told me I was walking too much, I was overdoing it, and that might have contributed to why I was having such leg pain. So I backed off a little bit. Then this past week, which is this last week, I ended up walking a mile a day. I moved up to a mile a day, doing real good. My pace is picking up. My strides have gotten a little bit better. Seems like now my wife and my kids are struggling to keep up with me. There again, while I was walking in that brace, it was a lot of pressure on the staples and the incision. It was quite uncomfortable, but wasn't nothing unbearable, wasn't nothing hurting. Then I really wore my brace really just to kind of walk up and down the street, and if I knew I'd be sitting for a long time in the house, watching the TV or sitting down doing something, I would put my brace on. But if all I want to do is just go to the bathroom or just kind of walk around in the house just for a few minutes, I wouldn't go through the trouble of putting my brace on. Just try to make sure you keep your back arched as if you did have it on. My appetite's been real good. One thing I was a little worried about, which I guess is part of the trauma that you just went through with your surgery, is about 3 months before surgery I started noticing I was losing weight, and I think the pain that I was going through had a lot to do with it. I did just basically lost my appetite, and the pain medicine I think had a lot to do with my appetite. Then of course I had the surgery, and I used to weigh about 215 pounds. I'm 6'7", and usually weigh about 215 pounds on a good week, and now I'm down to 195, which is almost 20 pounds. I'm not worried. I think it's just a lot to do with the trauma, not being active. I drink a lot of water, so there's probably a lot of factors that go into that, but hopefully as time goes on I'll start picking up a little bit of weight here and there. But my appetite's been great, so just if you may be one of those, you may not. I've heard people actually say they gain weight during and before I had back surgery, so that's something to think about. But I've been doing really good, just really trying to take it easy. I feel like today, let's see, it's 2.5 weeks since my surgery, I'm actually able to sit longer without being in too much pain. I can stand up a little bit longer. So I'm noticing an improvement every single day, which is great. And there again, I'm not on any pain meds. You just got to do what the doctor tells you to do. I mean, just don't try to be cocky and don't try to be Superman and think, hey, I'm feeling better, I can do this, I can do that. And don't fool yourself. You need to do exactly what the doctor says. I think that's why I'm healing as well as I am. Of course, just want to remind everybody that if you're thinking about having this done, you are going to have a good support system at home. I can't stress that enough. You need somebody at the hospital with you, and you need somebody at least the first 2 weeks at home with you. Somebody needs to be with you, just to help you get stuff out of the refrigerator, to put your shoes on, put your socks on, help you bathe. Obviously when you're bathing, you can't bend down or lean over to try to bathe your bottom half. You're gonna have to have some help there. You're gonna need somebody to help you with your bandage. What we did is I took a bath every other day, because obviously I never went out except just to walk, and I didn't want to put my wife through that much. Didn't want to put her through all that every day. Just wasn't necessary. So when I did bathe, she had to help me. She had to dry me off, and it's really important that you have somebody that can do those things for you. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else. Just when I went to get the staples taken out yesterday, it wasn't painful at all. It didn't hurt. Probably was in there 10 minutes, a maximum 10 minutes. I think they got a little tweezer plier type deal that takes the staples out. I had 28 staples, and literally I only felt her pull out maybe 5 of them, and I mean, before you know it was over with. So staples wasn't that bad at all. I don't have to wear a bandage now, and I just have to be real careful with the incision. Just keep an eye on it, and just put a lot of lotion back there, because it is pretty irritated where the tape was at and where the incision was at. So just have to take real good care of it. But it's healing quite well. No infection ever set in. So I was real happy with that. I was real concerned that infection might set in because of some stupid thing I might have done. But it turns out that she was real pleased with it. And I asked her if there was any restrictions that could be lifted. And the bad news is no. Everything basically is the same. You can just come back home. Basically, you're confined I'm confined. I don't know how you guys are, but I was confined to my home for the next 2 weeks. No riding in a car, no driving, no doing anything outside the house more other than walking. Just still the activity level is 0 to nothing, simply because you're still healing. They want that fusion to set and to heal right, and I'll do whatever he tells me to do if I want for that to heal right. So if I need to sit home 2 more weeks, I'll do it. But August 21st will probably be the next time I make another video. I just want to let you guys know that I think we're going to have an X-ray done the 21st, and he's going to look at it, and he's going to just observe it, and hopefully everything's going to set well. And if it does, I think they're talking then that maybe some of the restrictions can be lifted up. Maybe I can do a little bit more car riding. Maybe I can make some visits to family and friends. Maybe I can go out to eat. But he really don't want to do anything until he makes sure that the fusion is setting like it's supposed to. So, with that said, I just want to give a shout out to my wonderful wife, Julia, because I couldn't have done this without you. She is so strong and so tough, and I just thank her for her strength and ability to help me. I've been really trying to be a good patient through all this, not trying to overwhelm her with all my activities, because there's a lot of things I can do now for myself that I couldn't do when I first come home. So, and that's my personal goals is just to try to do more for myself, just to take a little weight off her, and plus my 2 daughters. They've been a great help here at the house, helping with some other chores, taking out the trash and putting dishes in the dishwasher and vacuuming and things like that I normally used to do. But I want to give also a shout out to my daughter's a cheerleader, and all the cheer moms got together and just overwhelmed us with just so much food, and it was just a blessing. And if you go to church anywhere, if you've got great family or great friends to take the burden of cooking off your wife or whoever's taking care of you, that'll be awesome if they can just bring you like a casserole dish or some chili or spaghetti or something, just another little way of helping that support system to help you just take a burden off a little bit. So that's been a major blessing. So appreciate all the cheer moms out there that supported us and helped us and helped my wife get through, because I know we couldn't have done it without you. So with that said, I just want to let you guys know, I mean, as of right now, I'm doing great. Just feeling great. I just feel real good about this back surgery. I have a lot of peace about it, and I just really feel like that this was the right thing to do. If anybody has any questions at all, you're welcome to email me at jjohnson393@cox.net, and I'll try to answer some questions. But just want to give you guys a heads up, just let you know how it's going. So right now this is let's see, Thursday was 2 weeks, so that's 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 days. 19 days post-op from L4, L5 fusion disc replacement. And that's it. Y'all probably hear from me around August the 21st after my first X-ray. All right? Thanks.